in a lot of drama, and I felt like there was no way out of it because it just kept happening every day, something. Hello everyone, it's Julia, and for today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys some freshman tips and tricks, advice. I mentioned this in my recent videos, but if your first time seeing me and you guys didn't already know, I am going to be a sophomore in high school. I start school September 7th, so that is, as I'm filming this, it's a week from now. And I've already experienced freshman year. I know what it's like, and obviously it is not going to be the same for everyone. This is just my experience and me giving you my opinions on things and my advice. This is just to help anyone who is worried about going in freshman year and doesn't know what to expect. I know when I was going into freshman year, I was so beyond nervous because I'm like, I am going to high school, like, it's a big deal. And I had no idea what to expect. I got my classes, I didn't know anyone in my classes at the start of the year, and I just thought, great, this is going to be awful. But it didn't turn out that way, and I'm hoping that it turns out great for you guys too. Yeah, I don't want to make this intro long, so if you're new to my channel, hi, I'm Miss Beauty Queen 14. You can call me Julia, Jules, whatever makes you happy. And I try to post videos every Thursday, but this video is not going up on a Thursday because I'm filming on a Thursday. I've been a little off, but I'm trying to just post once a week. Trying it on Thursdays. Sometimes it doesn't happen. I'm sorry. But yeah, let's just get on with the video. So I wrote a long list on my phone of a bunch of tips and advice and just things you should know to help you guys out with your freshman year, or just all of high school in general, which obviously I've only been to 1 year in high school. I don't know everything. No one will ever know everything, but this is just my thoughts about things that I've experienced so far. So I'm just gonna go down the list and start. This is in no particular order, just things I randomly thought of. This one is not really a serious thing, but I would recommend bringing a perfume or some kind of body spray, fragrance or whatever, into gym if you have a gym locker, because my gym locker room smelled disgusting, and that was really helpful when we all had perfume and spray because it was gross. So if that's happening to you, you should just bring something because you never know when you could use it. The next thing is don't be afraid to talk to upperclassmen because really they are not as scary as they seem. And I ended up being in a lot of classes with upperclassmen because I've explained this in my last video with how different maths kind of work in my school, so if you want to kind of hear about that, you should check out my last video. But basically, I was a freshman, I was in a class that would be normally for sophomores, because nothing is normal, but that was the standard thing for sophomores, but I was in it because I'm better at math, I guess, and then I was also in a better science class, so that went along with that. But basically there were a lot more upperclassmen in my classes, and it was interesting because all until now you've just been with people in your grade. So this is different because I got to be with all these people 1, 2, or 3 years older than me, or 4 or whatever, and it's really not that bad. They're not scary, they're not out to get you. Yeah, some upperclassmen are gonna joke around with you and whatever because you're a freshman, that happens, but it's not scary. It's not something to be afraid of because there's so many people there that are gonna be there for you to help you on your first few days and stuff, to get around, and just throughout the whole year. I don't know, I made a lot of made a lot of friends that were sophomores when I was a freshman. Now they're gonna be juniors, and I don't know, it was really cool because it's different, just meeting all these new people, and it was really fun. So, which I feel is so important, and more people need to understand this, but do not change for anyone. High school is all about just finding yourself. I mean, that's not really what it's about. It's about learning and education and stuff, but when you're in high school, that's when you can kind of like find yourself and realize who you are, what your morals are, like your beliefs about things, and what you want to be like known as, what kind of person you want to be. Because I feel like in middle school everyone has this like feeling where they just want to fit in and be like a certain way that everyone is, but like it's all about just doing whatever you like and not worrying about people judging you, because people just keep it themselves. Honestly, like not everyone's not like, oh, like that's not like cool, like you're really weird. Like yes, there's gonna be like popular kids and stuff like that, but I don't know, just don't like feel the need to change how you are, what you think for other people, because not everyone is gonna like the same thing. If there's something that people are doing that you don't want to be a part of, don't do it. Stick to who you are, and you don't have to be a certain way for people to like you. There are gonna be people out there that will like you for you and not the person who made you become. This is also another great one. Try to stay out of drama the best that you can. It may be interesting to get involved with things, but it leads to so many bad things. Like this past year I was in a lot of drama, and I felt like there was no way out of it because it just kept happening every day, something. It wasn't really like, it wasn't something where like I come home crying and be upset, like nothing like that. I don't really want to say like all the details. Some of my friends, like they know what I'm talking about. But there's a lot of drama in this one class that I was in, and that was like, it was a really fun class, amazing, but like every day there would just always be something involving me or involving other people I was friends with, or just people I weren't exactly friends with. How do I say this? Like, there's gonna be drama everywhere, and sometimes it's hard to stay out of it, but just try the best you can, because it's super annoying and it can end up really bad. Maybe it might not end up bad for you, but for other people, and it's just stinks. Yeah, just stay out of drama. I feel like I shouldn't be giving this advice because I haven't mastered it at all, but don't procrastinate. And I am a horrible example of this because I procrastinate so much. I feel like I did get better this year, but I also was pretty bad at the same time. But procrastinating is just horrible because once you do it, it's just hard to stop. That's just who you become, I feel like. And I'm really trying a lot better. Like this summer I was taking an online class. If you guys don't know, you probably don't, but I was taking a financial literacy course which has to do with a bunch of things about like money, learning how to manage your money, and like things to know like in the future when you're like an adult and stuff. It's a lot better about like making sure I like did certain things and complete my deadlines way before, so I wasn't rushing at the last minute, because in school like I would totally do that all the time, and I would have projects that I would save to the end because I just didn't feel like doing them, and then I would spend the entire night up way too late doing things that should have taken me much less time if I had just spread it out. And you lose a lot of sleep that way, I feel like, procrastinating, because I was always staying up way too late, and it was just like so unhealthy. So just try your best to plan things out way ahead of time and do everything in like tiny chunks and not all at once, because that's just, it's not gonna work. And this is something else that goes along with doing your work, is just to take breaks and relax a bit, because it can be super stressful in school. You're gonna get a lot of work, but you just need to know how to manage all of that, and it's gonna take time to learn. Not everyone knows how to do everything perfectly. That's not how we're made. We all make mistakes. But if like you're feeling so overwhelmed, it's okay to take a break. And it may be hard because you want to just finish everything, but taking a break can be really relaxing. Even if it's like doing kind of something you have to do, like maybe like reading for school, just something where you can relax yourself just for a little, that is just so helpful, because you don't want to get too stressed out, because that's just going to make your work not as good if you're focusing on so many other things, not focusing on what you're doing. So just taking tiny breaks here and there is really helpful. This is something that, like, I don't know, it's hard. It was hard for me, and I feel like it's hard for everyone. Don't be afraid to make new friends and lose old ones. And this can be really hard, but it's probably going to happen to you if you're watching this. People who stay in your life are there for a reason, and the people who leave for a reason. Like, I totally believe that everything happens for a reason, and it's gonna be hard to see people walk out of your life, but sometimes it's best that way. And sometimes it may not be hard on you, but it may be hard on other people, and you walk out of someone's life, but it's going to happen, and just don't be afraid of it, because it's going to get better. This is something that I did all the time and was so helpful, is forming study groups with people in your classes, because you're going to have a lot of work, as I said, in high school, and sometimes you're going to have teachers that you really don't like, and you're going to have assignments that are really difficult, and it's easier to get through all of that with a few people and friends by your side to help you. I did this in like almost every class, even if it's with just one person or with a group of people or even your whole class, honestly. Just forming study groups and helping each other out when you can is so much better. It takes so much stress off you. You're all working through problems together, and just, I don't know, it's really nice. Like one of my classes, we had like a whole group chat with like every single person in our class, and we would like help each other out with like homework and just like talk and like stuff about like the class, and it was really fun. So like I would recommend doing that, because it's so much more fun when like you can literally just talk to like every single person in your class and know that like there's people there that can help you. I haven't learned this year, I've learned this earlier, but it's just something I've realized more. Know that there are going to be people out there that don't like you, but there's a ton of people that will, and that's okay. Just surround yourself with good people and people that do like you, and ignore all the negative people in your life, or the people just that aren't influencing you in a good way. Tip is like kind of become friends with the teacher, because it's just so much easier to talk to them if like it's just so much easier to ask for help and advice about things, or it's just good to like be on good terms with your teacher, because that can be super helpful in like so many ways. And I was definitely a lot more open with my teachers and talkative and not afraid to ask them questions, or like stay after school if I needed help with something. This is something that everyone needs to hear. When you're going to high school, don't act like you know everything, because you don't. Like, I don't know everything now. I'm not trying to act like I know everything. I said in the beginning of this video, I do not know everything. I'm still learning, but I'm just telling you what I know now. Because as you go on with high school, you're going to learn more things along the way. You're not going to start out knowing everything, how everything works. Next advice I want to give you guys is, as I said before, that upperclassmen are not as scary as they seem, and they can be really nice, but sometimes they might not be, and don't let them walk all over you, because that's not okay just because you're a freshman. Don't be afraid to stand up for yourself, and like, because they're upperclassmen doesn't mean they're right, or like doesn't mean like what they're doing is fine. Like, you have a say in stuff, I guess, but just like don't let people walk all over you. Like, if people are doing something you don't like, tell them. Don't let people walk over you. But also, it doesn't matter if they're upperclassmen, it could just be anyone. Just don't let people walk all over you. Next thing is doing more of like a tip for just getting through your schoolwork. Plan ahead as much as you can. Like, in the beginning of the day, plan out like a schedule for what you want to accomplish in the day, because like this helped me the best, because I knew what I had to do, so I made sure I had time to do that. But if like I didn't really write like anything I need to do down, I would just be like, oh, like whatever, let me just watch like a few YouTube videos, then I'll do some work. Like, I wasn't like really focused, I guess, and like I don't know, because I just didn't have a plan, and like for me, I just like being organized and having a plan. I get that a lot from my mom. I feel like just being super organized and like not like winging anything. Like I like to have like a plan for like everything I do. That's just like how I am. So it just helped a lot. It also helped with procrastinating. But yeah, also like, I mean, just have a planner that can help too. But like, I mean, like other things like besides stuff that has to do with like schoolwork, just like know what you need to accomplish so you make sure you do it and like don't like miss anything. Like that just helped me a lot. I don't really care what you wear or what you look like, because everyone is just concerned about themselves. Everyone has insecurities about themselves, and they're not picking out every little thing on you, because not everyone, like, you're gonna notice so much more things about yourself and think so many other things are wrong, but nobody else is going to notice them. Trust me. Like, if you're freaking out over like a pimple that might be like this big, okay, like most likely like no one's gonna notice it, and you're the only one freaking out, and it's just like not good for you, like not good for you to just like freak out over that. Like just don't worry. Like, okay, pimples, like everyone gets pimples. I've had this, you can't really even see it, I like maybe on the camera, but I've had this. It's not even like that bad anymore, but I've had this since like April. It hasn't gone away. So but I don't worry about it anymore because it also is kind of going away. But like, just don't worry about the little things about yourself, because like really like no one else is going to notice. It's just you. So something that I tried to like tell so many people last year, because like this is something I knew, but like so many other people just still don't know this, I feel like, or just don't get it. But like, one grade does not determine your future. It doesn't determine your fate. Like, it's one grade. If you fail one little thing, even if it's a test or whatever, like, you learn from that, whatever. Like, don't stress out over one thing. Like, if you're consistently failing, okay, like, that's a problem. But like, if you get one bad grade, it's not the end of the world. Like, don't cry over it. It's just ridiculous. Like, just move on and try to do better, but don't cry over a grade. Like, that's just, it's ridiculous, and it's not the end of the world, okay? And the last thing I want to tell you guys is get sleep. I feel like this needs, like, I can't say this enough, but sleeping is so important for you guys. I felt like I barely got any sleep last year, because I said I was up way too late, and then I got up at 5:30 every morning to get ready, which is kind of ridiculous. Probably gonna do it again. That's just how I am. But just, you need sleep, because you're not gonna be able to function. You're not gonna do your best if you run on no sleep. So try to sleep as much as you can. Rest. It'll just help you relax from a long, hard day of school. But yeah, that's just something you guys really need to do, and I can't stress that enough. So that was it for today's video. I don't know how long this is. I feel like I talked for like a long time. Probably gonna cut out a bunch of stuff. But I'm gonna give you any tips, advice, things I wish I knew before going into freshman year to help you guys out, because I know I would have liked to hear some of these things before I was going into freshman year, or just like, and you don't even have to be going into freshman year, but like any time in your life, like, it's good to hear these things. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, make sure to give it a thumbs up and subscribe down below. I'm Miss Beauty Queen 14, and I will see you in my next video. Bye guys.